Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. This time we're going to talk about the SH Figuarts Captain Marvel Endgame version. Now, I gotta say, even I thought this was going to be a simple rehash of the body with a new head sculpt, but I was technically right. It does use a similar body. It's definitely not the same. They've updated their plastic materials. They've definitely given her new, well, not new parts, but they've remolded parts to actually make some stuff better. And I actually like exactly where this figure is going. It's actually really nice. There are a couple of additions that I did to it that I'll add into the video. Definitely show you guys just why I like this figure so much. So let's get to it. We're gonna talk about the look of Captain Marvel right here. And I really enjoy the head sculpt, the design, the colors. It all came out to a point where it looks utterly fantastic, which kind of confuses me to the point where sometimes it's like, how come this consistently is a thing where one sculpt is really good and another is not? Whatever guy you got doing that's doing so well, keep him and let it keep going. I think they've pretty much nailed the short hair Carol Danvers look, and it's done right. The blues and reds pop really nicely. The material also used is actually pretty different from the original as well too, because if you look at this costume and when you compare it to the original Captain Marvel, while this one is actually really nice, I don't know what it is, but I really like the feel and the look and even the weight of this one a lot better. So yeah, we have that. So without further ado, let's jump into one of my favorite segments, which is articulation, where we talk about how the figure moves. And starting with the head, we can actually rotate back pretty well for flight poses. Not, oh wait, no, I was wrong. Got to move that neck peg. So flight poses look very good. As far as looking down, she can go pretty far down. She can tilt side to side. And as you see, there is a neck joint. Well, sorry, there is a chest plate joint that's connected to the neck that gets you that bottom rotation, as well as what you can get right here on the head. As far as our arms go, so we start right here. And just like with Black Widow, we actually get that secret bicep swivel, which I like the fact that they finally have mastered that, starting with anti-oxsuit Spider-Man, which I'm really glad it took that turn. And as you can see, we rotate all the way around. There is a butterfly joint here that allows us to actually rotate all the way around really nicely. And just like Black Widow, although it's not double jointed, we do get that really nice acute angle bend that allows us to get a much better form of articulation. Combine that with the butterfly joint, you actually get a lot more room for movement. And again, I just really like how this was done. As far as our upper torso goes, we can go left, we can go right, and we don't have to worry too much about paint rub. We can go backwards. Forwards, not so much because of the small chest plate here that's going to droop down just a little bit that allows to hinder the movement. Then we have our lower swivel. Well, I wiggled that out. That was all me, y'all. We can move left and right. We can tilt ever so gently side to side. And we have our plastic sash that kind of just moves up and down. It's not in a fixed position. That can get a little annoying if you're trying to like just do something and it just comes up, but it shouldn't be too much of an annoyance, to be honest. Also, we can tilt. Oop, I went too far. That one's on me, y'all. I was testing to see just how far you can twist and rotate, and this is about as far as you can get rotating to the side. Just wanted to make sure how that looked because I don't think I covered that. As far as our leg articulation goes, we don't use the drop down technique. As you can see, I'm trying to pull it down. It does not come down. We have a little bit of thigh swivel, which is pretty okay. So that no drop down technique is going to definitely stop you from getting a little too much range, but we still have a pretty decent forward range. So it's not too bad, right? Our legs are double jointed. As you can see, there's that extra long knee. So they've taken the time out to, really add that articulation. That allows you to get certain flight poses that I think that for Captain Marvel are pretty important. So if we're talking about poses like this, that I think that, she would look really good in, it's definitely nailed perfectly. Like, that is legit a perfect Captain Marvel poster pose. Like, this looks utterly great. I really enjoy the way this looks. And considering this is a really nice and vibrant color, I want to use this as my comic Captain Marvel. It's just that she's on the shorter side because Brie Larson is short. But Carol Danvers seems to be one of those tall gals because she's such a powerhouse. But I really like the way this came out. It's something about it that just pops and stands out. As far as our foot articulation goes, we have forwards, we have backwards, we have toe pivot. Let's check out our ankle. We can rotate in and we can rotate out. So they've definitely taken the time for movement, and I really like where it's going. Like, I gotta honestly say, this Captain Marvel definitely has me colored me surprised because I thought it was gonna be like the same old thing, but in actuality, I was completely and utterly wrong. What didn't work for them, they threw out the window and they did better. I just really wish that I had known better. So as you can see here, I just didn't fix that ankle. That one is actually pretty tight on mine. I'm gonna have to heat that up later. But as you can see here, just a cool punching pose right out the gate. Just really cool with her. Now, we're going to jump into another segment. This time is going to be the size comparisons. So off screen, I'll just fix her up in pose and let's get to it. So first things first, I'm going to apologize because I lied. We're not jumping into the size comparison. I just got ahead of myself. What we're actually going to do is go over the accessories. So let's do that. First and foremost, you're going to get the open action hands. So let's change our focus. There we go. These are your open action hands. You obviously can use these for, again, mushing people's face, doing 3-point stances, or just overall looking pretty cool. So there's that. Then you get relaxed hands. Considering that's all she comes with hands-wise, I really don't mind it, considering you don't see her do too much outside of being a strict powerhouse. So, you know, that's cool. But this time they did give her energy effect parts, which I thought was pretty dope, because now we get to see her use her powers in her full effect. So that focus. So we get upper thigh parts for that energy that swirls around the leg. Let's just show you how to attach these. And these should just pretty much like grab on, but I may have tampered with it enough so that it doesn't do it. Yeah, it doesn't, because I be doing too much. Actually, no, it just sits on, which is weird. I thought it was supposed to clasp on, but it actually just sits on. And then on the other leg, it does the same. You got to get it to really wrap around. With the sash in the way, sometimes you got to just move it from under. So here we have for the upper thigh. And this is going to make it sit high. So what you got to do is mush that down. There we go. And then we have two more effect parts for the lower thigh. These are going to be the same. You just kind of clasp them on. And they just hang on. We're going to test the theory on how it kind of works out with some moving parts. I want to test that definitely. And because it's soft plastic, you don't have too much to worry about. But I'm just like showing you, just in case you need a little bit of assistance, right? Because even I need assistance sometimes. It happens, man. We all need help. Now, there we go. Took me a minute, but I did it. So I want to just do a shake test. And outside of the torso, yeah, I think it's going to hang on. Like, it didn't fall off. I like it. So that's for the lower legs, because at the fist, you're going to get two energy parts. These are much bigger than the previous ones, kind of like she's unlocked her full potential here. And you slide them into the corresponding fist. And I'm having trouble because I did. Oh, there it is. Oh, dip. So there we go. Slide it into corresponding fist. And now it finally comes off. Wow. And then now you have an energy part that lines up on the hand. You'll actually get two of these as well. With these being all cool, I really like the energy fist. I do not mind the plasma blast, as it says in the instructions. But I found a happy little accident just by wanting to test stuff, and I'm going to show you guys. And I thought it was really cool, so I'm going to show you guys as well. There's a couple things that I did that really made me love this figure even more. And it just happened to be a happy accident. So yeah, if you have the Mezco Captain Marvel, which by the way, I did a review. I just have not finished the photos. So please bear with me as I try to find a way to do it. But the Energy Blast effect parts from Captain Marvel on the Mezco actually fit our SHF one perfectly, to the point where they lock into the peg. And now you have pretty much Energy Blast for your SHF Captain Marvel. As you see here, this is fantastic, because this gives you one of those things where you can do the best of both worlds. You don't like the effect parts from your SHF, you know, you swap it over. If you don't like it from your Mezco, swap it over, because these parts pretty much seem interchangeable at this point. And this is a really dope thing that if you want to do really cool photos, you now have the opportunity because now you have more chances at effect parts. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And even these small, tiny ones can fit through, as you can see here. So I just want to show you the happy accident. One more thing I do want to show you guys that I found out being another happy accident is that the head sculpt from the previous Captain Marvel will fit with a little bit of rearranging. So let's pop this out. Actually, there's no rearranging at all because you're just going to have a mix match of the collar. But because I wanted to have a masked Captain Marvel, I think color-wise, this works and you can get away with it. I believe Isaac Wong was the first person I saw do it. So shout out to Isaac Wong for showing us all. It's really, really cool. So thank you. So if you want to swap that, give a cool helmeted Captain Marvel, which is why I wanted to use her for my comics Captain Marvel. There you go. You now have certain things that you can do with knowledge. So have fun with that. Now, with us covering all the accessories, I cannot lie to you guys anymore. And now we're going to jump into the size comparisons. So let's do that, you guys. See you soon. Hey guys, now we're going to jump into size comparisons. So let's get to it. First off, let's compare her to her old sculpt and body. Here's the old Captain Marvel that we have. And as you can see, I believe they're, if not close, they're the same size, if not just really close to each other. But make sure she can stand. There we go. Oop, dropping small parts. Let's not do that anymore. But as you can see here, really close in size. The head sculpt is very similar, but for some reason, like I said, I just feel like this one is better. But as you can see, the suit design, while it looks similar at first, is definitely not the same. And I really enjoy this color scheme so much. So yeah, it is definitely a preference of mine to prefer this one. Now, when you compare her up to some other stuff, let's go with the SHF Scarlet Witch. As you can see, she might be smaller than Scarlet Witch. Yeah, she's definitely smaller. And I don't even have her standing straight up, so I know she's shorter. Here we are with the new Black Widow. Sorry, y'all, I got a lot going on, so. Small crew, team small. Next up, we're going to do the SHF Cap and Spider-Man from the Final Battle Spider-Man. And then we're gonna do regular Endgame Cap. And I don't know what it is, but my diorama's not being fun with me and staying evened out. It might be a weight distribution issue. And as you can see, Spider-Man is almost taller than her. So we have that. Then we have her with Cap. As you can see, this is where you start to see the size discrepancies with a lot of it. So here we go. Next up, the next batch we'll do. Oh, let's do Mafek's Thor. Let's do that. Because these two were definitely funny in those little scenes. Then let's do Pepper Potts. Pepper is definitely taller, but she's also in a suit of armor, just to be fair. Next up, we're going to do a Articulated Icons Ninja and a Synthetic Human. So here's our ninja. Next up, we're gonna grab our human. Let's do an SHF, and then we'll do Ranger Slayer. So let's do my main man, Cougar. And then we'll do Ranger Slayer. Just to get a grasp of what's going on with the different lines, right? Oop. Almost grabbed Captain Marvel for no apparent reason. Next up, though, I do want to do Thanos, so you guys can see just how much he towers over her and how much she literally rocked his joint. Also, let's include the Mezco Captain Marvel, because I have her out. Ooh, last but not least, we're going to do Mezco Me. I'm on a Gomez body, so you know what you're getting into size-wise if you already know what a Stealth Gomez will get you, right? All in all, this piece is very nice. Unfortunately, it's Tamashii web shop exclusive. There is no US release for it. I would have definitely liked to pay less for it, but considering I really like where this went, I don't mind what I paid for it. Paid the middleman prices and I'm happy. I think our biggest issue is that if you're a completionist, you know you're going to want it. If you're not a completionist, but you want a better Captain Marvel, you're stuck within that struggle. So I understand and I feel for you guys. So if you found this informative, I really do hope it helped you. In the meantime, guys, hope you enjoyed. As always, please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later.